Have you ever been in a situation in life whereby you've really wanted to do something, but as a result of time management, it just hasn't been possible, or you've had to take a choice between two endeavours, you've taken one of them, because it simply hasn't been possible to fit the other one in? Well, that is the subject matter I want to talk about here. I want to go a bit further afield though and look at actual bigger ambitions, because I find that sometimes you hear this sort of motivational phrase, if you put your mind to it, you can do anything. Now, I want to make it clear the approach I want to take with this video is very much an optimistic one. It's not a cynical one, it's an optimistic one. So I want people to understand that before I continue. But I think that the statement is very naive. The reality is, you can think of some very successful people, successful in their fields, who have multitasked and been successful in other fields, or maybe not successful, but at least they've been in that field, they've been notable in another field. Just off the top of my head, one example would be Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's been an actor, okay, maybe not very versatile, but still an actor. A world-renowned bodybuilder, and a governor of a major state. So that's a senior political position. So that would be an example of a person achieving three major endeavours. Another example off the top of my head, Edward Heath was Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. He was also a skilled musician and a sailor. Not just his hobbies, he actually won awards in those endeavours. Menzies Campbell, another British politician, he was leader of the Liberal Democrat Party for about 2 years. He was also held, I believe, a European, maybe even a world record in running for a short time in the 50s. So I'm just giving some examples. I'm sure you can think of many, many more of people who are known in one particular field and who have been successful in that particular field, but who have also done well in something else. So that's great, and it shows that human beings can do that. They can rise to a prominent position in perhaps politics or literature or sport, but also find time to do another thing. However, I cannot think of another one. I'll just say this because I like the guy. He's sort of, I guess you could call him one of my role models. Leonardo DiCaprio, award-winning actor, very successful actor, who's also now a prominent environmentalist. That's another example. I think if people want to do things and they push themselves and they work hard, of course, there's a strong likelihood they can do it. But I think there is flaws in the argument. For one thing, you get people all over the world who work tirelessly, sometimes in really menial jobs, and have very little time to themselves. They, especially in developing countries, it's almost slave labour. They just work and work and work, and they never really get their ambitions done. So that sort of makes the argument about hard work pays off a little bit, makes it fall flat a little bit, because now I don't want that to be misunderstood. I'm not bashing hard work. Hard work can be a good thing. It can, of course, be a good thing, and you ask any successful person, there's a very strong likelihood they'll say hard work is an important factor. But I'm just making the point that there's many people who work very hard and they're not particularly happy people, and they haven't achieved what they would like to, or they don't have time to do the things that they want to do. So hard work alone is not the only factor. I think time management is also very important. You know, if as human beings we have certain interruptions in life that are necessary interruptions. For example, sleep. We cannot function without sleep. So that takes up a third of our day, approximately a third of our day. And it's not a bad thing, you need it. It's natural. But imagine if we never slept. Imagine the things we could do in all the time that we were sleeping. Sometimes the simple reality is you have to make a choice in life, and I think the thing about saying work hard and you can get anything you want, or put your mind to it and you can get anything you want, it ignores the fact that sometimes you simply can't. Sometimes you cannot fit things in around into a schedule if you have to do something else, or maybe it involves a third party, second party I should say, and that person then you need to work with their time scale. So just to give you an example, I'm currently preparing for my first boxing match. I have to go to training tomorrow at 9:30, which I have to get a bus to go there. Now I can't just turn around to the coach and say, oh, this time doesn't suit me, can we do it at another time? No, I have to fit into his schedule because that's just the way it is, and if I don't, then I can't take part in the event. I'm not a professional boxer, I'm low level, so I have to do it at that time. And yet, it's an endeavour, I want to do it. I want to experience having a fight in a ring. So I have to do that. Now, I'm currently looking for more sustainable work. I'm an online tutor, I help people online, but that really isn't sustainable. So, if I look for long-term work, that means then sacrificing the tutorial work that I'm doing. It also means sacrificing the boxing, because if I have a job that goes into Saturdays, there's no way to compromise with that. I think a lot of people maybe do have ambitions, but they give up simply because the reality of life is that things do get in the way. And I'm sure all the successful people out there have had times in their life where they've had to make choices and they've had to sacrifice certain other endeavours that they maybe wanted to do. And I think that that's quite significant. It's something that we need to bear in mind when people say, put your mind to it, you can do anything. I would say, put your mind to it, you can do anything within reality. And that isn't a downer, it's not a cynical attitude, it's just a realistic attitude. In fact, I think it's an optimistic approach that I take, because I do believe in leading an exceptional life. I'm certainly trying to. I'm certainly trying to be ambitious, fulfill goals. I know the things I want to do, and I'm trying to do them. But I also know that those things require time management, and they require fitting into their own frame. So the simple fact is, you cannot do everything at once, so you have to find time management. And if it was a case that you were doing everything on your own time, in other words, okay, I'll fit this in at 7 o'clock, I'll do that at 9, etc. But the thing is, other people are often involved, so you have to be considerate of their schedule. And it is precisely that fact, the fact that you're interacting with other people, that makes it difficult to do everything, because you have to work on their schedule. So again, this isn't a downer, it's not saying that things can't be done, but I just think saying that people could do anything if they put their mind to it is a little bit naive. You know, human beings are capable of amazing things, amazing achievements, but people who have done a certain amazing endeavour may not have done another endeavour that they maybe wanted to do at an earlier stage in their life, because they had to be committed to that. Take Olympian athletes, for example. They are maybe very good at their sport and they become renowned for that as a gold, silver, bronze medalist, and they'll always be known for that. It's a major achievement, but that also means that maybe other things that they want to do, they can't fit in. Now, speaking for myself, this is very personal for me, because I am a very ambitious person, but the things I want to do unquestionably overlap, and it isn't going to be impossible for me to do all of them at the same time in my life. Basically, broadly speaking, politics, writing, boxing. Now, boxing, I'm not going to become a professional, because the time that would be needed for dedication in that field would then take away the time I would need to devote to writing, or to a job, to actually getting a regular income. Because ambition's all very well, but to get there you need a sustainable income. In fact, I had a big argument with someone close to me today about this very subject, but anyway. So let me know your thoughts on this. It's just basically about ambition and time management. How much do you think it is possible for people to really do realistically in an average time scale? Because no matter how hard working you are, I don't think it's possible to do everything at once. I just don't think it's realistic, because you have to think about other people, and you have to sort of mould your schedule into theirs. You have to have a compromise schedule. Like I say, with my boxing, I have to go when my coach asks me to. I can't just pick a time and say, oh, is that alright for you? Because he's not my servant. You know, I can't expect him to go out of his way for me. So that's my thoughts for this evening. Please let me know if you've got any ideas about that and what you think. Okay, thank you.